And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Point after here coming up. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Yellow, go on, 80. 50. Blue down. Jet. 15.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ready.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Ready, go.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Under crunch.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last catch nearly got him at first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Shift. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick here is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now on 2nd and 13. Locke. This is the tight end fan. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now a handoff looking right. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, Charlie! Get it!
On third down, Locke looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
13-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, 57 color.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
35's the mic. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team.
Mahomes now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Locke now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Locke again here on 2nd and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Locke going to try and throw on third down. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Locke to throw for it on fourth. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Locke now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Watch tight end, watch. Yellow. Tight right, tight right.
Hey, we got 3.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. On the crossing route, complete. That's Yoder. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And again, it's Mahomes. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Bradley Chubb, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Makes the score Saints 35, Broncos 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Showing it.
Protein spill.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Now. Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, Jet. Big grip.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Hey.
Motion. 53's the mic. 53.
Get it.
Clock will try again on second down. It's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Let's go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Smooth.
53's the mic. 53 is the mic. Yeah.
On first down, Locke. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Locke to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
You better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Broncos on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
You must be dreaming. Yellow.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Ready?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
4 down, 4 down.
Attack.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Blocked. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages. Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Tight dog.
Get it.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Mahomes going to throw it here. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Hey, wahoo!
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Yes.
Mike 50. Time to go, night. Let's go, Mike 50.
Now it's the backup Smith. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got him in. Complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He finds an opening past the 40, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hello. Hello, Eddie.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Yellow.
Hey, Mike, 50, Mike.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Your turn is here.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Yellow.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Yellow.
Zoom, fellas. Let's go.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the... And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Saints, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.